second phase in investment in MPS and expanding the existing facility by adding more equipment and by adding more cranes to the quay wall, which will see us through the next 2 to 3 years. And at that ceremony, we were grateful to have the challenge from His Excellency the President to say, is this enough for how many years? We said 2 to 3 years. He said, what about the future? And then with Ray, we jumped into the port master plan, which was being developed.
Over the past few weeks, we locked ourselves into some major negotiations regarding the expansion of Tema ports. The whole idea was to see how we could implement our planned expansion, which will require the development of 4 new beds with a distance of about 1.4 kilometers of quay, dredging that we can bring in vessels 60 meters depth, breakwater that will take care of not just today, but for the next 30 to 40 years of our maritime life in Tema ports. In addition, we have always maintained, and of course with your support, that as a port, our traffic will not go anywhere unless it's linked up with a good road network and of course railway network. So the plan incorporates a well-defined railway terminal intended to take cargo by rail out of the terminal, out of the port, as well as access roads to the ports. So in the negotiations, we've added the EC or the motorway from Tetakwashi right up to Tema Port, including all the interchanges and, of course, the access routes into the port as well. So all these have been done. We have reached a mutual agreement. We are satisfied with the contents of what we have reached with the MOU. Your Excellency, we are most grateful that yesterday, collectively and before the Honorable Minister, we signed the MOU. So with your permission, we can say that it's effective, as from the time that we signed. And then it's programmed that the entire project should be finished by 2018, all the 4 beds. Most grateful, Your Excellency. Yes.
That will represent a development in the range of $1.5 billion. Your Excellency, this is the largest and will be the largest port development ever made in Africa to date. But the vision, your vision to have this and unlock the port, there is a lot of work to be done, and we need a lot of more cooperation, not only with GPHA, with Roads and Highway, and we need to really move this project forward. The shareholders are really excited. This is a lot of capacity, and it will be equipped with the latest of the latest. So for the shipping community and the shipping lines, I would say bring your big vessels from 2 years from now, and certainly we will handle it. Your Excellency, thank you very much. Thank you.
I said it yesterday when we signed the MOU. I'm the only person who was relieved. I have been in shipping for almost 45, 46 years. I have partners in Europe. For somebody to be able to convince partners in Europe to invest 1.5, I think the money is 1.7 billion. And my thanks go to His Excellency. The day we did our crane inaugurations in Tema, I told him, I said, Mr. President, I'm asking you to give us a permission to extend further, and we are prepared to spend 500 to 600 million. And I could see His Excellency that day. It's something I've been saying everywhere. The speech prepared for him, he threw it away. And he was taking note of my speech. So his speech became reply to what I said. He said, Chairman, I'm taking you on your challenge. 500 to 600 million. If you can do it. I even promised him that I will finish that project this term, 2016. He will inaugurate my 500, 600 million project before 2016 elections. He said, I've taken you on. He gave it to me. But during the negotiations, then the demand became more and more and more. Then the road came in. Then we said we will do it. We are not road constructors. We only do the port. But we could see through the tenor that that would really enhance it. The President and his team didn't let me down, and I think I'm the happiest man for these projects to go on. Whatever I'm going to do to make it work, I'm sitting before all of you here to promise that I will do it. And I thank you very much for having the patience. And I'm so happy that we are alive. And this thing is going to be on our lifetime. The only thing we have to do now is to pray to see the end of it.
But definitely this project is a wonderful project. Tema motorway has to be rebuilt. It has the capacity of paying for itself. So thank you so very much, Excellency, for giving me the opportunity to be part of this wonderful occasion. Thank you.
Let me congratulate GPHA and MPS for the continued partnership that you have. This is moving it to another level. Our ports in West Africa are in competition with each other because of not only our own internal traffic, but also because of the traffic of landlocked countries. And so the more efficient our port is, the more traffic it will attract and the more jobs it will create within our economy. Tema port has been constrained for a long time, and many people have complained about the congestion at Tema port. And so it's been one of the priority projects that this government, has put before it to execute in order that we ease the congestion and improve the efficiency so that the shipping lines will feel more comfortable discharging their cargo here in Tema than in any other port on the west coast of Africa. So the announcement of this 1.5 billion investment, which probably is the single largest investment in any port on this side of Africa, is very significant. And the speed with which this construction is going to be done is also very impressive, and I appreciate it very much. I think that the addition of the road is very significant because Tema and Accra are becoming twin towns, growing closer together and moving cargo along the Trans-West African Highway, which comes through Aflawa and cuts through Tema and Accra all the way to Elubo. And then also with the construction of the Eastern Corridor through Volta region to the eastern part of Northern region into Burkina Faso and Northern Togo, and the Central Corridor that splits off through Achimota, Ofanko, through Kumasi to Tamale and Paga. It makes the motorway and the interchange there very important because, as you said, if we achieve a huge expansion of Tema Port and we have a constraint of the roads leading to the port, then we would virtually have done nothing. And so the combination of the road to the expansion of the port is something that I appreciate very much. I'm also happy about the addition of a railway, terminal to be able to handle railway cargo because as I speak, we are also in discussion for public-private partnerships to establish the Eastern Corridor railway line, which would take traffic from Tema through Nsawam and all the way to Kumasi, and probably further from Kumasi northwards towards Hamile. We're also in discussion with the Indian government for an 80-kilometer railway line from Tema to Akosombo to use the lake to push container traffic up to Buipe so that Burkina Faso and Niger can pick up their cargo from there rather than coming all the way to Tema to pick the cargo. All these designs will make Tema probably the best and most efficient port in the whole of West Africa. And so this is very good news for me. I want to encourage you. This is just the first step, the signing of the MOU. I want you to accelerate the rest of the paces of this project so that we see this project come on stream as quickly as we all have planned. My information is that in the construction period, there's going to be generation of employment of nearly 5,000, jobs during the construction of the port. And after the construction of the port, several thousand, jobs are going to be created in the operation of the port. And so you have our absolute backing. Government will create the enabling environment for this project to go on as quickly as possible. And I want to congratulate the Director General of Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, and also congratulate MPS and Chairman Banda for the very good job you've brought in realizing this project in this period of time. I must say that we've all been in a hurry to see this project come on stream, but I mean, to have been able to sign an MOU between March and November, it means that there's a commitment to getting this project off the ground. And I hope that that commitment that has been shown will reflect in the subsequent stages that we are going to undertake to ensure that the port expansion takes place as quickly as possible.
Already?
Thank you.